Hello viewers, in today's video we're going to be talking about how to balance chemical equation. We're going to be doing this in 3 steps. The first step is count the total number of a given atom on both sides of the equation. Number 2, only change the coefficient. Number 3, if you have a radical occurring on both sides of the equation, take them as a single unit on both sides of the equation. So now, let's dive right into it. Looking at this example we have here, we first of all draw a table. So now, this is the reactant side of the equation and this is the product. So now we have nitrogen, we have hydrogen. On this side of the equation we have nitrogen as well as hydrogen on this side of the equation. So now we have how many atoms of hydrogen? This 2 signifies that there are 2 atoms of nitrogen on the reactant side of the equation, which is this side of the equation. So now on the right side of the equation we have just 1 atom of hydrogen because obviously there's nothing here, and we have 1 multiplying everything, though the coefficient is 1. So now 1 atoms of what? Nitrogen. On this side we have what? 3 atoms of what? Like hydrogen rather. So now on this side of the equation we have what? 2 atoms of what? Hydrogen. So now let's start by balancing the nitrogen. So now since we have 2 on this side, we can put a number here, like I said, in the second step, only change the coefficient. So now this is the coefficient. So now this 2 will multiply what? The entire what? The entire compound given here. So now on this case now, since we are focusing on the nitrogen, we already have 1 nitrogen, 1 atom of nitrogen multiplied by 2, giving us what? A total of 2 atoms of what? Nitrogen. So now our nitrogen is balanced. So now let's move straight to the hydrogen. On this side we have 2 and on this side we have 3. So what are we going to do to make sure this thing is balanced? First of all, since we have, from what we wrote here, we have 3. So now since this 2 is multiplying everything in that particular compound, so now 2 multiplied by 3, so this 3 will multiply by 2 because this is the coefficient, this coefficient is multiplying everything. So now 3 multiplied by 2 giving us what? 6. So looking at this side, we put a 3 here. Remember, when we change the coefficient. So now 3 times 2 giving us what? The 3 multiplied by 2 giving us what? 6. So now we have 2 atoms of hydrogen of nitrogen on this side of the equation. We have 2 here, and we have what? 6 atoms of hydrogen on this side, and we have 6 atoms of hydrogen on this other side. So now this equation is balanced. So now let's look at this example here. First of all, draw a table. Don't forget that. So now, on this side of the equation, we have the sodium here. We also have sodium here. We also have hydrogen, oxygen, hydrogen, oxygen. But take note of this. This is very tricky. Look at the third law, the third step that I told you. If you have a radical on both sides of the equation, take it as a single unit. So now we have this thing SO3. We have it here. I also have this one SO3 on both sides of what? On both sides of the equation. So now on this side of the equation we have how many atoms of sodium? We just have 1. And this part we have 2. Here we have 2 hydrogen, and also here we have on this side of the equation we have 2. But be careful. On this side of the equation we have 2 plus this one. That will be 2 plus this one, giving us what? 3. A total of 3. Okay? So now, that's the amount of hydrogen. Then oxygen, we have 1. We have 1 here. And we have what? Also we have 1 here. So now, SO3 we have 1 on this side of the equation, and SO3 we also have what? 1. So now, let's start by balancing the sodium rather. So now, on the equation we have 2 sodium. So now, if you multiply this, if you put the coefficient 2, remember, always, you can only change the coefficient, but not the formula of the compound. So 2 multiplied, the 1 multiplied by 2, because we're multiplying the coefficient, giving us 2, and our sodium is balanced, but now, note, our hydrogen will become what? One side of the equation has become what? Off balance. It's not even balanced. So now, doing this 2 multiplies the hydrogen. Here becomes what? 2 plus 2, totally giving us what? 4. So we have to clean like this again. 2 plus this 2 on this other side. Total giving us what? Giving us 4. So now we have 4 on this side of the equation. So now this side of the equation we can put the coefficient 2 here. So this multiplied by 2, giving us what? 4. So now our hydrogen is balanced. Since our hydrogen is balanced, since we now have 2 sodium, 4 atoms of what? Hydrogen, 4 atoms of hydrogen, oxygen as well. Oxygen multiplied by 2, so now we have what? Times 2. 2 giving us what? A total of 2. And on this other side, these 2 multiplying everything giving us, this will be multiplied by 2, everything is what? 2 now. So now our SO3, so now we have equal atoms of what? Various elements on both sides of the equation. So now we have 2 atoms of sodium on this side of the equation and 2 in this side, 4 hydrogen, 2 oxygen, and 2 oxygen, then this. So this equation is therefore what? Balance. So now the last example before we call it a day, of course we draw a table, mark it. So now on this side of the equation we have what? Hydrogen, we have sodium, we have oxygen, and we have, mind you, we also have what? A radical. That's PO4. And we have what? Hydrogen, sodium, oxygen, also PO4. So now in this case, we have 3 hydrogens here. We have 3 plus 1. Plus 1 giving us a total of 4. And on this side of the equation we have what? Just 2 atoms of hydrogen. So on sodium we have what? 1 on this side of the equation. Then on this side of the equation we have what? 3. Okay. So now our oxygen on this side of the equation is just 1. While oxygen on this side is also 1. Then PO4 we have just 1 here and we have 1 here. So now let's start by balancing the sodium. So now on this side of the equation, for sodium we have 1 and we have 3. So if we multiply this, if we put a coefficient here 3, it will multiply this 1, giving us what? 3. Our sodium is balanced. But in the process of balancing our sodium, our hydrogen went off balance. So now our hydrogen, this hydrogen here becomes multiplied by what? 3. That's 3 times 1, 3. 3 plus 3 total will give us 6. So now we have 3 plus 3 giving us what? 6. Be careful, very tricky. So now on this side of the equation we just have 2. So if we take coefficient here 3, then 3 multiplies 2, giving us what? 6 atoms of what? Hydrogen. So now our hydrogen is balanced. Now our oxygen is off because we now have this 3 multiplies everything. So now 3 multiplied by oxygen, oxygen multiplied by 3. Now 1 atom of oxygen multiplied by 3, giving us what? A total of what? 3. Then now on this side of the equation we just have 1. So as well, this 3 here also, 3 multiplying 1, giving us what? 3. Then our PO4 on both sides of the equation is 1. This one on this other side is 1. So since from what we've done right now, we have 6 atoms of hydrogen on this side, on both sides of the equation, 3 atoms of sodium on both sides of the equation, then we have 3 atoms of oxygen on both sides of the equation, then our PO4, 1 each on both sides of the equation. So now from all this so far, this equation is what? Balanced. So I hope this made it more easy for you to figure out what balancing the equation. We'll see you on the next one. Have a nice day.